Hello and welcome to my channel. The task for today is this corn plant, which I've had for nearly 20 years in my small apartment in my living room, and it's been through a lot. I have several videos on it if you want to go back and have a look. But because I get sunlight from only one direction here, this plant is always stretching in that direction, so I've had to move it around several times just to try and keep it straight. But as it's grown, and there's been lots of new growth, especially since I repotted it, and you can see from about this point onwards all the way up, this is about 2 years or so of new growth since it's been repotted, and it's just very difficult to get it straight because it just gets light from one direction and it's trying to stretch in that direction. So previously it was facing that way, so I turned it around so it could start going back towards straightening, but now it's grown, it's just leaning forward too much. Sometimes when I haven't watered it enough or it's drying out, the pot even just starts lifting from the left side. The plant, because it's so heavy, it's so top heavy. So what I'm going to try and do today is use a piece of string tied to it. I've already kind of started it, so you can see this string there that's tied, and that's gonna go up over the curtain pole over there and down again, and you can see if I pull it, by pulling the string, it's gradually becoming standing, and it can at least stay upright with some support with the string. It's essentially the string will allow it to support itself, so it should lift up and look like this instead of leaning entirely on the TV. I actually like the fact that it's covering the TV, and I hope it still does that to some extent, but it does look like it needs some support, otherwise it's just going to fall over at some point. So this string should, you can see I can lift it up. It's already lifting using that string. At least it's kind of straight instead of looking at some kind of deformed palm tree in my living room. And it should allow this pothos next to it to get some light as well, which is also having some problems because I think I overwatered it. But this is the plan for today. So I'm going to let go of the string. You can see as it falls back. Yep, now it's falling back. So this is the before, and I'll come back to show you the result after. All done. See if you notice the difference. It's a bit more upright and leaning towards the light now, but supporting its own weight using the string. You probably can't see the string very well, but maybe here, there. So it's tied over there, then it goes up and loops over the curtain pole and down again, and then it's tied further down here on the older parts of the plant. So hopefully this should be enough to keep it straight, and it will continue growing towards the light, so I probably need to adjust again as it keeps leaning, and maybe move it back a bit so it has more room to stretch towards the light, or I don't know, move the TV. I don't really need the TV, so I could just get rid of the TV and put this there. But anyway, for now, this is the solution for the corn plant that's been here for 20 years and still going. And it was even at one point, I think for nearly, I don't know, I can't remember, you can go back and have a look, but there is a video I did where I repotted it after about, I don't know, 13, 14 years in the same pot, and it was really root bound, but it still kept growing. But since I think I repotted it in 2021, and I stripped the old leaves, and it just, I think, gave it a new lease of life. And I hopefully this will revive the plant in the same way. And because now it's September 2024, we're entering the autumn season and then into winter, so the growth will be slower. And the light, but where I am, I'm in London, the UK, the light, the sun will be a bit lower, so it will probably get more light than it did over the summer. I'm surrounded by tall buildings. It's a whole issue, the light access where I am. We have a lot of right to light issues, which is a whole other topic when you live in an apartment, but it's part of the reason why most of my plants, my house plants, are growing is in just one direction, and sometimes they topple over. It's the same. I made another video with my aloe vera, which collapsed from growing in one direction. You can see the spider plants also growing in just one direction. My balcony plants are out here. Most of them are okay, but again, they are doing generally better than the house plants. But so this is the solution for now, and hopefully it works. The curtain pole is strong enough to hold it up, so it should be fine. So thank you for watching, and if you live in an apartment like me with limited light and you're struggling with your house plants, then I understand that problem. A lot of people are in that situation, but you know, there are solutions, at least temporary ones. So don't give up. Keep moving the plants, give them support, and try different solutions and see what works. These plants are generally very resilient, so they'll be fine. See you next time, and I think my next video will be about getting back to balcony gardening, which is what I normally talk about. Thank you for watching. Bye.